entrance there in the third quarter late kind of got the team going a little bit again offensively. Tony, I mean, just what kind of was going through your head as you came back in the game there?
Just do what's been working,
Yeah.
what we practiced and what our scout told us that they were going to do defensively, and then just work from there. And we got really good passes from Tess, and then we got some good play calls down the end.
Defense held your New Mexico to 32%. Do you feel like it was a kind of, get Furtick back in the lineup that really helped spur the defensive effort tonight for your side?
Yeah, it just gave us that extra line of defense because they are a quick team. They're quick guards, and them getting downhill, we can't always contain them. And so having her there, making them kick out, making them make those extra passes that they're not used to, I think just kind of threw them out of rhythm.
How much was getting a little bit of vengeance from earlier defeat against them kind of weighing in the team's head as you played this game?
I think it just brings us more confidence, especially going into the last 2 weeks of conference play, because we should beat them down there, and that was a really hard loss for us as a team. But it was really sweet to get the win tonight.
Destiny Hooks being their leading scorer, having 0 points at the half, really stood out to me. Obviously, their offense never really got going. How happy are you with the execution of the transition defense tonight? With that being an emphasis for practice.
I think we did a great job. Obviously, in that third quarter, myself included, lacked a little bit, but then we picked it right back up, and then we got that transition taken care of, because that's where a lot of the points come from. And her being a key focus in our scout, we did a very good job.
Yeah, with this being the second game in a row where you guys pretty much shut down the opposing team's offense, how well is the team communicating on that end of the floor?
I would say we played enough together to know where each other's going to be, where we need to be, and if we're not there, we're going to fix it before we make the second mistake over and over again.
McKinley, what are your emotions going into these last 2 regular season games? Do you think about it winding down, or do you just think these are big games? So
mainly just they're big games.
Yeah.
They're fun ones. They're competitive. They're going to make us grow, I think, in ways that will prepare us for that tournament run.
Yeah.
And I'm excited. I'm excited to go play down Fort Collins. It's not the greatest gym to play in, but it's a fun gym to play in and a fun atmosphere, and I'm excited for that. And then bringing UNLV here with that overtime loss, I think we're just going to be gunning for them, so it's exciting times.
Even though you guys didn't shoot well and you didn't have Allison, how much confidence did that build in the rest of the team to finish at Nevada with a 17-0 run and pulling out of the fire there?
I think we're just one at a time. That experience that we have with the senior class, we were just one stop, one score, one stop, one score. And we didn't, for myself, I was just I gotta do my job and my teammates gonna do their job. And once we started putting some together and knocking down some of those shots, we were yeah, we're gonna win.
McKinley, you've played New Mexico now a few times in your career. That particular team, those players, I wonder if you feel like that was maybe not the same Lobos team that you saw in January, if maybe their effort was lacking tonight, or if just defensively you guys really took their drive out of them.
From the feel of the game and our scout, I think we threw them off. And some of their key players just couldn't get what they wanted to, like they did when we played them in January. And so when their key players couldn't get what they wanted, the others were forced to make plays, and they didn't make the plays.
Yeah.
So from the game, I'd still say they're still coming at us. We were better prepared. We had better scout mind for what our capabilities were. So.
Good. Okay. Thanks for taking me.
Thank you.
Guys, go ahead.
Coach, at what point this week did you have an idea Allison would be good to go, or was that a true game time decision?
No, I think I knew. Gosh, now you're asking me what day it is today, but Tuesday. By Tuesday practice, and not that she did much, but I just watching her move, We knew that we were going to have her. And then, saw her this morning after she got out of student teaching, and, she talked about that it felt pretty good. So, I thought we had probably about an 80% out. And I knew there was going to be a little rust to knock off, and that's probably when you look at her, the free throw line, that, that's where that came from, I think. But hey, what a difference it makes just to have her out there. Whether, do you want her to score and do, but she did everything we needed to do. And is it a 20-point game? No, but we needed all 15 of them.
Yeah, tonight it seemed like we got, vintage McKinley. What did you think of her after?
I was super happy with the way that she came in, and right from the get-go, it was an attack mode. And what we talked about was that I didn't think there was really anybody on New Mexico that could stop her on the block. And that kind of proved to be true. When she got there and we delivered a pass to her, something good happened.
Yeah, and then obviously, their offense never could get going. Hooks having 0 points at half stood out to me. How well did they, take care of those emphasis of practice this week?
Yeah, we worked on defense for 2 days straight of what we wanted to do. We wanted to tweak some things from what we did last time against them. And, credit to our players, because I thought we executed it perfectly. We wanted to switch a few more things. We wanted to get out and do a couple things without denying passes to give them an easy back cut. And we knew we were going to have some help rotations with Al coming over or whoever, and I just thought we really executed that very well.
Coach, you got 2 big games coming up. Are you content right now with where your team is at, or do you feel like maybe you were better earlier in the year and we need to get back to that spot?
No, I'm happy with where we're at. I think right now it's all about, finishing with toughness. And if you look at our last game at Nevada, that's toughness right there. You look at a game like this, of a revenge game, and playing against, a team like New Mexico that's going to come at you, that's toughness. And that's what you want to see at this point in the year. We'll get back to shooting the ball well, don't get me wrong. Of course I want to do that, but right now my team is showing that cowgirl tough that we talk about, and that's exactly what you want at this time of the year.
As you look ahead to those 2 games starting Saturday, are those like barometer tests? Okay, let's see where we're at, and then get into the tournament?
It's just another game, to be honest. For us, we're looking at CSU and going, okay, they got us the first time. So we're going, it's our turn. And that's the focus now of looking at, hey, we've got some revenge to get going and go take care of business down there before we turn the page to the next one.
How much does this team, want to get that number 2, be second in the conference versus 3rd or 4th or whatever?
Yeah, I don't even think we're looking at that as opposed to just setting ourselves up to be successful at the tournament. You want to always feel good going in, and if that means that we go 2-0 in the next game's fine, but you want to feel good going in, and whatever that is, it's going to set ourselves up for the run that we want to make in March.
Cumber was 2 for 11, and Lobos were 4 for 23 in 3-point play. How significant is that stop for your overall performance tonight?
Oh, that's huge. We talked about the 3-point line, and especially with Cumber. We knew, I take the one at half, right before half. We switched to a zone. That was my bad. I worried that, hey, no, she saw one go through. But Tess stayed on her. She stuck on her. And then whoever switched on her was on her. And I know a couple of them rolled in and out, but I think we just got her a little off, where now, she was questioning when to shoot it or, whatnot. And that makes, for really good defense when you can hold a kid like that, because she's good. And she shoots the ball well. And when you can hold a really good shooter for 2 for 11, that means you're doing something right on the defensive end.
What did that 17-0 run in Reno do for the team? Because you didn't have Allison, you weren't playing well on offense. And did it carry over? I think New Mexico had like 9 or 10 points in the second half until everyone subbed out.
Yeah, I think it proved to, us that we can do this. Even, let's just say Al has an off night. We can still score. We can still do things. And what they think, though, the biggest piece that they noticed was that when we get stops, how well we can convert. And it really goes, hey, every time we got a stop, it just jacked us up a little bit more. And we've always been a team that it really does start on the defensive end. So we can get out, we can run a little bit, but then we can work and get something easy on the offensive end. Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Good luck, Fort Collins.